This podcast is sponsored by Relevant. It's a new iOS app to consolidate the media you want to see in a place you control. With Relevant, you stay up to date with things you're actually interested in. You tell Relevant what's relevant to you, and you'll be given all the content you love from all across the internet, all in one place. It's available on iOS devices and coming soon to Android. Be the first to know with Relevant.
Here we are once again here on a quiet Monday night on the El Tri-C campus. Once again, bringing you the poorly edited podcast. If you've never heard of us before, we're a really cool podcast that brings on creative artists and different types of creative people to showcase what they're doing. The guests, I apologize for that. The hosts that are next to me currently, I have...
My name is Coffee Guy.
Coffee Guy. And next to him?
Chandler Davis, whose mic isn't on.
Yes.
What? That's not good. That is still not working.
All right.
Try again.
I'm Chandler Davis.
You want to shout out what your name is?
Nick McGeehan.
Nick is down at the end.
Oh, this is good.
Disaster Cast, Episode 1. Thanks for joining us.
All right.
All right, so we're going to get right into, the description of who we are, if I didn't make it clear enough. Coffee Guy, what are we here? Why are we doing what we're doing?
We like to put a spotlight on the creative rising stars that we find. We bring a lot of people in from the college, and we also like to reach out and find people from other areas as well, like Florida and other states.
Yeah, Florida, California. We don't bring them in.
No, not yet.
No, but there is
That's the dream.
There's a select few we will spend hundreds of dollars on to bring in.
Probably not.
That's a secret.
Is that true?
Probably
Yeah.
not.
Is that out of your pocket?
No, out of our pocket. iDubbbz. Remember that plan?
Storm's pocket. Is that a Storm's pocket?
I can't hear you guys either.
Really?
I can hear that.
very, very
I
lightly.
think Storm is deaf.
Anyways, we're going to go right into what our creative projects are right now. Let's go around. I know Patrick, he has some cool stuff going on, that board game.
Yeah, it's going all right. We're updating the board a lot, so that's cool because boards are important for board games.
Yeah.
We just had our play test today and went pretty well.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
I heard somebody was cheating at your board game.
Someone was cheating. Did not call him out on it. Didn't seem like it was worth it.
What were they doing? How were they cheating?
They kept re-rolling after they got a bad roll and trying to hide it from me, but I saw it. But whatever.
Really? You're
Can't
gonna
slip
cheat
anything
on
by Patrick.
You're going to cheat on a play test?
Yeah.
Unreleased student board game. Bottom.
Man, some people.
You got to win, I guess. Chandler, what are you up to?
Nothing.
You're hosting some gnarly parties.
Yeah. No, well, yeah. Well, I organized a going away party for my friend who's going away to the Navy. He's shipping out very shortly. So that was pretty cool. He had a really good time. And I've never really planned a surprise party before. It was kind of weird. And someone almost gave it away by accident because they weren't fully in the loop. They were kind of confused. And they almost gave it away in front of him, and I had to smack him really hard while they were talking. I was like, "What are you doing?" But other than that, it went pretty smooth. He had no idea. We said it was his brother's birthday party. That was the cover, and he just totally believed that.
Did he know when his brother's birthday was?
Kind of.
Okay.
And then we had the cake covered up that said it was going away, blah blah blah, and he took the cover off the cake, and then he just looked at it and he's like, I've been tricked. That was the first thing he said.
Bamboozled.
Coffee Guy, what are you up to?
Disappointment, mostly. Nothing. I haven't been doing anything. Nothing creative.
That's depressing.
All right. Well, I've been actually getting back into making music. Some of my guitar pieces I recorded yesterday. So that's pretty exciting. Just a couple of ditties. I was actually going to bring them to you. See if you wanted to jam out sometime.
Yeah,
make something.
for sure.
I have a drum. Anyways, that beat that we played, that was mine.
Wow.
That came out today.
Oh, that's why the energy was so low in here.
Wow.
Oh man, that was rough. So that's
I
what
liked it. I thought it was cool.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
good.
happy with it. I don't know. All the people I've shown it to are like, it's okay.
It's okay.
And you know
Let's
what?
try, champ. You'll get it.
That's fine. You know what? It's better than
That's better than the podcast.
Yeah.
So
Oh wow, that's true. So we're gonna dive right in with our guest. What's your name? I already forgot.
Oh,
That's
I'm Nick McGeehan.
and what do you do, Nick?
I play drums in a band called Another Day Dawns. Yeah. And well, I go here at LHIC too.
Yeah.
I'm
What
sorry.
are you majoring in here?
I do not know. Well,
Dude, same.
I'm here in the liberal arts program for the honors program, but just kind of gen eds for now.
Ooh, honors program.
Ooh, yeah, me and Pat.
Yeah, dude, we're holding it down.
ooh, a good student. That's new. Coming through these doors. Oh, Pat, are you offended? Do you pride yourself on being? Well, Pat
No.
actually shows up to the class that we have together. I don't. So
You don't
I
show
can't
up
really-
anymore?
I forgot to this morning. I slept through my alarm this morning for like the 4th time, and
Well, you need to get some sleep.
I come to that class so consistently late that I'm pretty sure she doesn't even mark it anymore. She's just like accepted that that's the time I'm going to arrive now. Like,
Coffee guy, do you go to all your classes?
I go to all my classes. I almost skipped one the other day, but I didn't. I'm too good for that, I guess.
Too good for
Good
that.
for you.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm paying for it, so whatever.
Yeah, that's
It's all the motivation I really need, honestly.
yeah. Nick, do you go to all your classes?
I try. Doesn't always happen, but
Well, something gets in the way, doesn't it? You're actually kind of busy, aren't you?
yeah. Actually, I just got back from like a 2-week tour, so I missed like a lot of class. But
Where were you at? Where was the tour?
it's pretty much, it was like all East Coast, like Pennsylvania, New York, Rhode Island, New Hampshire. But yeah.
You've been to more states in 2 weeks than I have my entire life.
Wait, so you went on tour, and how does that work? I just want to know, like, what did you drive in? Where did you sleep? What are crowds like? How big were the crowds? Because I want to go on tour,
what's it like?
but I've not been, so I want to live through you.
I was reluctant enough that our guitar player's dad bought an RV, so we weren't like all crammed in a little car, so that was nice.
That's a very big luxury.
Yeah, that was very nice. Crowds were decent. We opened for Austin John Winkler. He used to be the singer of Hinder.
Oh, wow.
Crowds were decent. Some of them were pretty good, but it was just fun playing out in front of new people, new area, not like in Lehigh Valley. Like I like playing around here, but it's nice getting out of the area.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. What's it like to have like a crowd like very happy and jumping around?
It's the best feeling you'll ever have, right?
Oh yeah, it's fun, especially when you see people like sing your songs. Like that's pretty cool.
That's got to be really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
So,
Where did you sleep?
Under the RV?
Yeah, right under it.
Right.
No, we have some bunks in there. Some nights we got hotel rooms, but just all depended. Most of the time we just slept on the rides while our driver was driving, so we stayed up all night and slept on the rides. But we made it.
You had a
work.
driver?
Yeah, well, actually, yeah, our guitar player's dad who bought it, he likes driving, and he probably wouldn't trust any of us driving it. So,
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah.
well, I'm glad I wouldn't want to drive that with,
Yeah.
with a trailer on the back. No.
Anyways, I just want to hang out. Are you kidding me? I don't want to do that.
So you were on tour. How do you? This would be the hardest part for me if I were like doing that. How do you go from that much excitement and like doing a cool thing that you really love to come back here and then you're like, okay, back to class and.
Yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard to get motivated. I'm trying my best, but I mean, just try to keep up with work while I'm gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough, but I mean, got to get through it.
I saw you live actually for like 2 songs. It was pretty good. You played.
You didn't stick around any longer than that? Just 2 songs?
No, because I had to go home.
Oh, okay.
unfortunately. It was like at Celtic Fest, and he was playing at a bar. So I was standing outside the bar, like peering longingly into it while he was playing.
Yeah, we've had really good luck with getting into bars. So. And Storm has invited us to try again tonight, and I don't know, man. What? Well, the last time Storm asked us to go out to a bar to help him watch him do his DJ jobs. We got kicked out because we were underage. So immediately.
They were in there for 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, and they're like, you have to leave. So I'm sure the same thing. Even though this time you specified in vivid detail that we are definitely allowed to be in there, I don't believe it. But it is like 15 minutes away from where I live, so I don't know.
It's risky business.
Kids. Like, kids go in there and play.
What?
Kids, like, are in there with their families.
Is this like
It's like a restaurant.
Climb-A-Lot Clubhouse? Like, what? Where?
Climb-A-Lot
What did you just say?
It's like a kid's place
I actually know where that
for
is.
children. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Have you ever played there?
No. Fortunately, I don't play to like 4-year-olds, so.
Yeah.
No, but have you gone there to play? I think is
Oh,
what
yeah.
he was asking.
All right. Sometimes on the side. Sometimes on the side.
That's how he winds down from a tour.
Just hides himself.
Just
in
take
those,
the
like,
RV
really
over
high-
there, just hang out, play in some ball pits.
I want to rent one
De-stress.
of those places.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Why?
Just by myself, just hang out in the Climb-A-Lot. Man, this is terrible content. Oh my gosh.
We're very
Oh,
disoriented.
we don't have an outline over here.
Oh, would you like one?
There's one now. There's
Oh
one there.
yeah.
Oh, wow,
I'm not
look
used
at
to
that.
having a computer monitor over here.
What is your type of music like?
It really ranges because like we really have different influences. So like literally every member has like a different influence. So kind of blends. I guess like you could say that like we're kind of like like an alternative rock, but like on the heavier side. But yeah, it's different. Like we have really range of songs, so it's fun to play a bunch of kinds.
Yeah, you were playing the song I heard was by Seether, and they're pretty heavy. And then your single's kind of heavy too.
Yeah, we do covers too, so like you can see our influences in that. So yeah, we really range like from rock from like the 70s to like really modern stuff.
Dude, I should actually go and stay for an entire set then, because that sounds pretty sweet.
Yeah,
That's generally what people do when they go to concerts.
Really?
Pat. Yeah.
You don't stand outside the venue and like look
Look
into
longingly. Well,
I
I
think
bought
actually-
this ticket. It would be nice to go in.
Wait, Pat, how old are you? Not
15.
19,
You're 19. When did you turn 19?
March
Yesterday.
18th, 2017.
Don't disclose your entire birthday. What's wrong with you? Yeah, do your social security number next.
That was my birthday. What?
What's your phone number?
What's your childhood
Fear.
address?
What?
Dress?
Yeah, that's a security question.
Wait, my
What was the
childhood
street-
dress?
What
A
dress
dress.
did you wear
Oh,
as a
a
child? Wait, you didn't wear dresses as a kid?
What was your favorite kid dress?
Well, it had flowers on it.
So we haven't checked in with everyone's self-esteem in a while. I think now would be a great time to do that.
If 0 is good and 10 is bad.
No. We're doing a standard
Zero
scale.
is bad.
0 is bad. 10
You're
is
all
good.
make
Converting the scale, I can't-
self-esteem rules.
I just did.
Oh,
Storm, I can't figure that out on
you're
the fly.
an idiot. Like,
I can't figure it out.
how do you not?
0 is the
out?
lowest.
Yes,
Way
fine.
easier to follow.
Because paradigm shift when it comes to scales is too much around here.
Yes.
Paradigm shift. Whoa.
We all have weak brains. So I'm at a 0. No, I'm at, I don't know, like 3. Right now, I'm at like a
Since
3.
that mic went out, like a 3. I
Yeah.
think.
My mic's gone. I'm displaced now.
Patrick, where are you at?
I'm going to go with a 4. Just kind of be better than them.
Ooh.
Wow. Well, I mean, this is your fault. The mic thing is your fault. So
Is it?
think about that when you factor
Yeah,
that.
you're right. Now I said it like a 0.
Good.
Nick, where's your self-esteem?
Oh boy, probably about a 3 or 4. Yeah.
You
Oh,
don't
wow.
have to. You don't have to just.
You can be happy. We
You
just have to
can-
be sad.
Yeah. You don't have to try to match
Now
it.
you're demeaning him for the way he's feeling.
No, I'm just
You
saying.
don't
Like,
have to be that way, you loser.
I feel like you're. I
Well, the
feel
difference- like,
don't
we
be
signed a
afraid
contract.
to be happier than us.
We did?
Yeah, about being sad.
Oh.
Is that what that was?
Pat and I
Yeah.
are very intimate over here.
I know.
We're touching.
Well, just shoulders.
Yeah. I'm not used to being over here. Like this area on the other side of the table, not meant for 2 people.
Definitely not. No.
Well, Pat and I did a show like that
Set up-
once.
Well, yeah, but
did,
now it's
yeah.
like set up for just.
And we even had, I think, a worse mic. Or no, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
did.
remember. Oh, yeah, we did.
You heard it here first. Zach and Pat are the duo. I'm not included.
Oh, that
No.
joke was bad. I'm at a 2.
Wow, that set him down a whole point.
I'm at a 1.
That's good.
That's not how this works.
Can I go negative?
No.
That's a shame.
Where are we at on time, Pat?
I was saying we're gonna go to a break.
All right, I
quick.
thought so.
Please don't go anywhere. I know it's hard.
No,
after.
just go.
If we haven't won you over yet.
All right, we'll be right back.
All right, welcome back to the Poorly Edited Podcast. We're going to get right back in with Nick. First, we want to know what your favorite band is. Your personal favorite.
Oh boy. I mean, it's really changed growing up. Like, I listened to like a lot of old school stuff. Probably like Led Zeppelin and Rush were my favorite two bands growing up. Now I've like been getting into heavier stuff, just like listening to change my drum style a bit, like listening to like progressive bands like Periphery or even like metal bands like Slipknot, but my roots are always like Led Zeppelin and Rush, like the old school stuff.
Was there a band very early on that made you want to drum or maybe just play music?
Maybe not one in particular, but like Rush is probably what did it for me.
I figured that's where you were going.
Yeah, Neil Peart's a huge influence for me. Yeah, I guess I'd say Rush for that.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
So what was like the progress of the band forming? Like, how did that start?
Really, me and the guitar player, we went to the same music school. We had the same instructor, and like he put like a little like jam band together, and it was fun for the time. But we're like, we decided that we wanted to take it serious, so like we made a band of our own. And even for back then, it wasn't like too serious. But like we started out doing cover shows, and then recently in like the last year or two, like we really took it serious and like started writing our own music and like getting bigger shows, and it's been fun.
And how much original music do you have out right now?
Out released. Since we did go through a name change, we only have one song out. We sell an old CD at our shows, but we have one song released, and we have 3 recorded and mastered and stuff. But we plan on going back to the studio to release like a full album sometime in the near future, within a few months.
That sounds awesome. Are you planning on distributing that physical and just kind of like guerrilla styling it, or are you gonna like try to get it on, digital platforms as well and stuff?
I guess it depends on like who we're working with. Right now, our one song that we have out, a single "Love She's After," it's on iTunes and Spotify. But yeah, it depends. We just signed with a new manager out in Los Angeles, so it depends on kind of like what he wants to do, and like we'll talk about that. I would imagine we'd probably like put it out on iTunes and Spotify and stuff, but just to reach like bigger platforms of people.
Mm-hmm. Well, it sounds like you guys are doing really well, honestly. Like it's really starting to pick up pace right around now. Yeah,
recently it really started picking up, so it's kind of overwhelming. But it's fun. We're all along for the ride. We're really trying to make a career out of this at first. I mean, yeah, people always say have a backup plan. Right now, I mean, we're at LHRC. My school is kind of my backup plan, but yeah, we're trying to make it work. Especially while we're young. I mean, 3 of the 4 members are 19, and our singer, he's 22. So why not try it while we're young?
Yeah, it's as good as time as any.
It's more time to mess up and then rebound.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing, right?
Right, messing up.
Okay.
That's the stage we're in right now.
Yeah, we mess up a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like us, but like success is hard to come by in general.
So you actually, it seems like, I don't know, I've been on your website before, and there's like tour dates. It seems like every weekend, at least like 3 or 4.
Yeah, that must be really cool.
Yeah, we really try to like play out. A lot of those are cover shows, but like if you go to our cover shows, like we do, it's like typically 3 hours. Like we do 2.
That's a long time.
Yeah, we do 3 sets, and 2 of them are covers, and 1 we put our original music in, so people can like really get a taste of us, because like we grew up as a cover band, and like that's not us anymore. So we're trying to like transform and like get people to like recognize us.
Is it hard to get venues to book that kind of gig for a band like you, which is small?
Yeah, especially with the rock scene, like is not as prevalent. It's been rough, like growing up since we were young. A lot of people thought like, oh, they're young and like they're not going to draw people and stuff. But like when we do get booked, like people are actually surprised that we do have a following.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, I think the rock scene definitely needs some life in it around here, especially.
Yeah,
there's not enough of that going on. Like you're seriously one of the only, because I've known about you guys for a while. and you're seriously one of the only bands that I know of around here that are of that genre, that are the ages that you guys are trying to do that around here that I hear about, you know.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we're like we talked about it. Like, we realize like the music industry, it's kind of like a cycle. Like, there's the disco era, there's the rock era, there's pop era, and like we just really want to be on top of the curve. Like when rock comes back, and like you can't deny it's not gonna come back, but it just is a matter of when. So we're trying to be on top of the curve.
I feel like also it seems like a pretty good time for alternative, honestly. I mean, that's mostly what I listen to, so maybe that's just kind of me, but I feel like there's been a lot of good bands like recently. Maybe not like this year or like last year, but like.
No, I agree with you. Yeah, I think that's right. Like, I think it's a really good. I don't think it's a really. I think not in an offensive way, but I think it's a safe bet right now.
Oh, yeah,
it's
definitely.
a really successful area.
Yeah, definitely, because people always say rock is dead, but recently, just like 2 weeks ago in Lancaster, I saw Highly Suspect at the Chameleon Club, and that place was packed. Like, it was uncomfortably packed. So, I mean, that was like really nice seeing like that many people like going out to a rock concert. So,
Rock bands sell out stuff all the time. It's not dead. It's just, I don't know.
I mean, on the spectrum, that was probably on its low end. Because, like, I mean.
Are you worried?
Yeah, I'm worried.
Are you really?
No.
Okay.
I don't know, I feel like it also seems like a good time for like really small artists to get their songs out there.
Yeah, for sure.
So like even if people aren't into it, I'm sure there's still gonna be people making music that I can get because it's pretty accessible nowadays.
yeah.
You have the luxury, you know, being an artist right now. It's like the easiest it's ever been ever in history to, you know, have people see or hear the things that you're doing, you know, and get it out there to the world. Like,
Oh yeah, there's so many platforms and like people can share stuff. So yeah, it's really easy. But I mean, it's easy, but it's hard because you got to get the right people to see it.
that also goes, you know, it's a double-edged sword because there's also a lot of noise, you know, because
Yeah.
anybody can kind of do it.
Oversaturated.
Yeah. So, speaking of the Chameleon Club, I'm seeing a show there Friday. Actually,
that's
Friday
cool.
night. I'm seeing Tyler the Creator. Probably alone because nobody
Yeah,
else got tickets with me.
You've been pushing for someone to
I
get
know,
tickets
dude.
all over the place.
Nobody wants to. I'm really sad.
I don't like Tyler Creator.
Ooh.
He's weird.
On out.
When is Weird made a bad musician?
No, I just
Yeah, most musicians are so normal.
no, I just
down to
don't.
earth.
I just I find it not fun weird. Like Post Malone's fun weird.
Oh, so you're like scared of him.
A little bit. Yeah, he kind of freaks me out. Do you like Post Malone?
Here and there, yeah.
That means no.
Yeah, what kind of
Oh
music?
no.
I mean, do you listen to like rap at all, or are you just like like most of the time listening to rock to like?
No, I really listen to like anything. I mean, I don't listen to much country. I don't hate it. I just don't listen to much of it. Like,
I hate it.
I'm not a huge country fan. I like Johnny Cash.
don't hate
and
it.
stuff. I like the stuff
I
that
just don't
Post
listen
Malone
to it.
does, which is also very heavily country influenced. But yeah, I'm not a huge
Like
country
2
fan.
songs.
No, well, he grew up in Texas. I mean, you know, he's a pretty country dude. A lot of his favorite artists are country artists,
I
rappers.
Yeah, I respect older country like that. I mean, newer country is like really poppy to me, which isn't bad, but like it's just not my thing.
No, it's bad. You can say it's bad.
I love old country, like Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
And I lived in Texas for a while, and I got to see like real country. It was pretty cool. Like in the bands and like in like hole in the wall, like jam sessions, and that was really cool. I think you guys would have really liked that.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
It's like underground.
Yeah,
Stuff
and it
in
was just
Texas?
old guys and like I saw this one guy with like I don't know if an extended bass is a thing,
What?
but like his bass was longer than usual, and he was doing I Shot the Sheriff, and it was one of the I'll never forget that moment because he had this deep voice. It's pretty great.
Did he use the entire neck of the bass?
Yeah.
Was it, okay.
Yeah, all over the place. It was pretty great. That was like real country music, you know.
What's fake country music like?
I guess like country pop.
That's the country pop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't enjoy that.
because they're pandering all
Oh,
the time.
yeah, but everybody's pandering, so we can't
true.
put that against them.
Yes, we can.
I think Storm manages to find a way to fit the phrase "hole in the wall" into almost every show.
Did he do that again? I
He
didn't
did it.
notice.
Yeah, he did it. I caught it.
Yeah, after I said it, I really regretted it.
Yeah, because you knew.
Yeah.
it was coming.
So what? So talk about what we like to see. What songs are like good to perform though? Like, is there a difference between like, is there like a difference between like really good sounding songs that are just kind of boring to perform, or is there like ones that like are really fun to perform?
I mean, I guess it always depends on the crowd because there are fun songs to play, but like some crowds just aren't into it. But like, I don't know, yeah, it depends on the crowd. But I always have fun playing our original music. I mean, because we wrote it and it's always more fun to play that. But there's always those cover songs that people really get into. It's always fun no matter what.
What are those songs? What are the ones that are like what are the ones where it's like when you're not sure of a crowd, you're like, okay, this is a pretty safe one that we think is definitely going to go over well?
I mean, Rage Against the Machine songs, those always go well just because like people really like to jam out to that. Yeah, I don't know. Just, I guess kind of like that energy type of songs. Sorry, not too elaborate of an answer.
Man, this dead air is getting
I mean, it
worse
makes
and
sense.
worse. Oh,
Do you actually like change up your how does a set work? Do you just have a set that you just like stick to all the time?
Is
Is your set set on something?
The whole time? Or?
Do you plan your show?
No, we just completely wing it.
So
We try to like just keep a song list and just keep adding to it so we can kind of gear towards each crowd. Like if we know, I don't already know an example, but like if we know like a certain crowd's gonna be a certain way, like we just try to gear it that way. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
That's interesting. I never thought about that way before. I was like, I don't know, I just thought you should go out there and do your music, but I mean, I guess it makes sense because you're doing it for the crowd.
I mean, if you're opening, that's typically what you're always going to be doing. But if you're at a festival or like not opening. If you're headlining, that's typically what you do. But if you're opening, then you're probably going to be catering a little more towards whoever you're opening for.
Exactly.
Same thing with a festival.
Like like when we just did that tour, Austin John Winkler, he's kind of like a hitsy kind of guy and like that old school rock, not old school rock, but like 90s, like early 2000s stuff. So we try to gear our set towards that. Like we didn't play our heavier stuff. We played our more, I don't know, like melodic songs. But yeah, we just try to gear it each show.
That's really cool. All right, I think we're gonna throw to a break, followed by a song by Another Day Dawns called "Love She's After." So we'll be right back.
Things I could do, don't underestimate the shit I've been through. All this pain and suffering will end with some fun. All this pain and suffering will rest when done. I got the pain and the power, I got the love that you're after. She's after. Can't get much higher. And I know I got the love she's after. You just don't understand. Goes through my head. Adrenaline hanging by a thread, and all this pain and suffering will end with some fun. And all this pain and suffering will rest when I'm gone. I got the pain and the power, I got the love that you're after. Got the love she's after.
And we're back.
All right. So what we're gonna go into next?
Wait.
is-
Let's talk about that song a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can't just give them a taste and take it.
Can't
Did you
just
forget
tease
we were
that.
listening to a song?
Can we talk about how good it sounded? Where did
I
you
really
record
like that.
that?
Oh, thanks. We were working with a producer named David Ivory. He's like out of the Philly area. He worked with bands like he founded like Hailstorm and the Roots, which is a band on I think Jimmy Fallon.
You founded the Roots?
He founded.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
crazy.
Yeah, like he found them like when they were like really low and like put them up higher. Yeah, we worked with him for a little bit. Didn't end very well, but yeah, he put out that song for us. Yeah, the song turned out really well, so it was a fun time at the moment. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's show business.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What happened?
Don't act like you know what that's like, Chandler.
It turned out to just be a bad deal at the end, but like the song turned out good, so something good came out of it.
Yeah, I mean,
I would definitely say something good came out of it. Yeah, it was a really good track. Honestly,
thanks,
that was
man.
hot.
Cool.
Like,
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, it's decent.
Makes one beat and he's an expert now.
Yeah, I would have done some different things. But I have a price.
do you guys? I mean, I don't know if you're at liberty to say or like what your timeline is. I mean, but do you guys have anything coming out anytime soon that you're working on? That's like, you know.
Yeah, since we do have stuff recorded, I mean, like we do plan on making a music video for one really soon. I think one of our songs is out somewhere because like it's in like the 97.9 like their Battle of the Bands or whatever. So like that's somewhere out there. It's called Let Me In Your Head. But yeah, we do plan on releasing stuff like really soon.
I'm excited. I'll be keeping tabs.
Oh, thanks.
if it's more like that.
Yeah. Do you have a videographer for your music video?
Not yet. We are looking.
Are you looking?
Yeah, we are
All
looking.
right. Well, we'll talk after.
Look
the
at
show.
Josh Brennan. He's a great one.
Hey,
Or Monty Studios. I hear they're pretty good.
Monty Productions, yeah. Or Rebellious One Photo. Ugh. All right. So
let's say someone is not into rock at all. What do you think like the pathway from not rock to like listening to music would be? Like how should someone get into the rock genre, do you think? Like what bands?
Oh, I don't know bands specifically. I mean, I guess Spotify and things like that, like newer streams, like they're a really good way to get in because like there's like so many playlists out there and like, yeah, I don't know specific bands, but I mean like just like really like listen to a lot of playlists and like a lot of bands and try to.
One Direction. That'll lead me on the
Yeah,
trail.
that's-
Oh,
right?
exactly.
That's
yeah.
a gateway.
I was honestly thinking I mean like newer Black Keys stuff kind of has a good balance of like it's sort of poppy, sort of like
Yeah.
there's like some sweet guitar riffs. So I feel like that might be a good entryway into like rock.
Yeah.
Isn't that like Gold on the Ceiling?
Yeah, Gold in the Ceiling, Lonely Boy, Fever.
Yeah. Lost me after Gold on the Ceiling.
Pat is a big Black Keys fan, apparently.
Yeah, as of like last week, I'm really into. I don't know. I like obviously Gold in the Ceiling and like Lonely Boy. Those are the big stuff.
Oh, I know Lonely Boy.
Okay, I said that before too, and you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one now.
But I've been listening to their older stuff, particularly what's called Attack and Release. I think's the album name, and that's like really good.
I think that the answer you gave, Kevin, is really makes sense.
Did you just call him Kevin?
I'm sorry.
I think you did.
I can't. I don't remember names very well.
That was such a
Nick. Yeah, that's not even close.
That's not even. Yeah.
Do you know why? Do you want to know why? Because there's someone that went to my high school named Kevin McGeehan.
Yeah.
And I
think
got
I've heard of that.
confused.
That's
Yeah.
about
All right. I'm really sorry. My brain's slow. But anyway, no, I think that answer really makes sense. I know a lot of stuff I've discovered is just messing around in like random Spotify playlists and stuff that I found. And then you kind of like, because I mean, a lot of those are set up. Those are like the hits. Those are the good, you know, big songs that get put in those playlists. And then you kind of listen and you're like, oh, I kind of like how that band sounds and what's going on there. And then you kind of delve into,
Yeah.
you know, the individual artists from there. I think it's a good jumping off point though. There's so many playlists that are just churned out and even just automatically generated through Spotify.
Oh yeah,
every
definitely.
day.
And there's so many like venues like that. There's like there's Spotify, our iHeartRadio.
Mhm.
There's a bunch of them.
SoundCloud.
Don't bring up Pandora, please.
Ugh.
Didn't you just bring up Pandora?
Hey, you brought
Yeah,
up Pandora.
It was Pandora's box.
You know, you've been giving Mrs. Coffee Guy a lot of flack for bad jokes lately.
Yeah, how was
I think I get
Storm's
some
visit
strikes.
to your house?
Really? Wait, why?
Yeah, Storm and I went on a date.
They didn't invite us. They hung out in secret and then talked about it later on.
I'm super offended.
Okay, listen. I was like, hey, Chandler, are you at your house? And I was going to drive by, and you're like, no.
Wait,
And
what day
I
was that?
Didn't have.
Saturday.
Okay.
I didn't have Patrick's phone number, so I was like, well, I don't know what to do there. And then I had his phone number, and I was like, well, he has a house.
I have an
Yep,
apartment.
most people do.
I know, but he has his own
Apartment.
apartment. Yeah.
What'd you guys do? You like?
on your date.
We watched a great movie together.
The
Did you
Room.
watch
Actually,
The
he
Room?
introduced me to the IT Club, the show on Netflix,
Okay.
which is
IT
pretty
Crowd.
funny.
IT
IT Crowd. I don't know. I've watched
Liked
one
it so
episode.
much you forgot the name.
Yep. Just like you and Nick.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Kevin?
Yeah.
Full circle so quick.
And then we watched London Has Fallen.
Ugh.
A plus.
Ugh.
5 coffee beans out of 5.
Did you watch the first one?
No.
That would be why.
Wait, is that a
No.
sequel
It
to
is.
Olympus Has Fallen?
is.
I didn't actually
bad
like
both
it.
ways. It doesn't
It's
matter.
bad
if you've
both
seen
times. Yeah.
That's blowing my mind.
It's
So
so
some
bad.
dude was there when the White House fell, and then he went to London.
It. No.
No?
There's no carryover.
You're going to
No?
have to watch the
No.
movie.
Then how is it a sequel?
because the same main character saves the day twice.
That's what I just said.
No. Oh, I thought you were talking about the bad
So
guy.
some dude saves the world, and then he's like, "I'm gonna go to London," and saves the world again.
Yeah.
He's like, you
What
know
a
what?
guy.
Now I'm a London citizen. I'm working for the London Secret Service.
In all seriousness, like 2.5 coffee beans out of 5, if you want my official
That's
rating.
generous.
It is generous, yeah, but
that
like,
movie was terrible.
yeah, but you have to look at like where does it fall in comparison to The Room or something like that.
Room. That's true.
Nick, what kind of movies are you into, or if any at all?
Oh boy, I mean, anything really. Anything really. Anything really. Nothing specific right now. Pretty busy, but
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
What's the last movie you watched?
oh my god, I don't even know.
Toy Story 2 in theaters. It's been a busy life.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
That wouldn't be a bad one to leave off on.
No.
Yeah.
Like
And then
you-
the next week he started his band.
Yeah.
When did Toy Story 2 come out?
Inspired.
2001.
Really?
It's just a guess. It's just a guess.
I think the first one came out in 1999.
Nemo came out in 2000.
Toy Story 2 came out in
Nemo did not come out in 2001,
Wow,
did it?
that's-
No.
I did
Toy
not-
Story 2 was out in 1999.
Yeah, I did not-
That's
Nemo
1
was,
year younger than us.
Nemo was 01
Than you.
or 02.
What?
And I'm
Than you.
so-
You.
Because you're a
Yeah.
child that can't get into bars.
You can't get into bars either.
None of us can.
What?
mean, I guess Storm can for a trivia. And
I don't-
Coffee Guy's
yeah,
like
it-
23.
So
What?
Coffee guy's old enough to be
they
my
will
dad.
let me into the bar, and then once I'm done, they immediately kick me out. They're like,
Really?
"You gotta go."
That's so fun.
Can
to
you?
do.
This might be a dumb question. Can you play in bars? Are you allowed to play in bars?
Yeah, there's some kind of law that like I don't even know it, but like yeah, there's been discrepancy at certain places just because like they don't want to get in trouble, but like we've never had a problem. So
Yeah, it's like I think if you're providing a service, it's different. Like if you're in there for a different reason than like getting drunk. then
If
they'll
you're
let you
obviously
in.
not in there to consume anything.
Yeah, and especially if you're bringing revenue, they're like, "Oh yeah, come on in."
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've been playing in bars since I'm like 12, so I've
Oh,
never
wow.
had a problem. Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
You've been like live that long? You've been performing live?
yeah. Back then, yeah, it was like we were a crappy cover band, but yeah, we've been going for that long. So
That's crazy.
Also, Toy Story 2 got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, so
Really?
that's high praise. I mean, it's a
Wow.
really good movie. A
It's a
7.9
really
out
good
of 10 on
movie.
IMDb though.
IMDb, stark criticism coming from there.
I don't like toys.
Yeah.
No fun allowed.
They're anti-toy.
When did Nemo come out?
What-
it
like,
2002
why?
or
What does that have
2001?
to do with anything?
2004.
There's a new
It's 2003.
Ah.
Pixar
alright.
movie coming out on
Oh.
next week.
Yeah, I heard that it looks really
Coco,
bad.
or
What
whatever.
movie?
I don't know. Coco. I don't know what it is. I'm probably gonna go see it.
I mean, why not?
I'll watch it with you.
Coco. That sure looks kind of cool, actually. I mean,
I-
purely based off
What's
the
it
art.
about?
Pat, just like Google. It's about like the Day of the Dead.
Dia de los
Oh yeah,
Muertos.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Okay, well Patrick's bilingual now.
That's it. That's all I know.
Okay, that's
It's
the
just a
only
cool
Spanish.
phrase. Yeah. Dia de los Muertos.
Dia de es lo
Dia
no.
de.
es
No, I forgot how to say it now.
You actually took the knowledge out
yeah,
of Pat's head. How bad you are at that.
When I'm at school, I hang out with little kids and I'm working, and sometimes they have Spanish, and I learned how to say anaranjado.
What does that mean?
That's orange.
That's such a.
Wait,
That's a
what?
long word
Amarillo?
for a color.
Yeah, it's anaranjado.
That's an inconvenient way to say.
Yeah,
orange,
they're singing the
honestly.
song. They're like, "Blue is oh ho, blue is ho ho," and then they're like, "Anaranjado." They're trying to fit it in. Is orange. Anaranjado is orange.
Pat was wrong, and Amarillo is yellow.
Amarillo.
And Amarillo, and L is silent. It's Amarillo.
It's it's like
Rio.
Whatever.
It's ya.
This really isn't important.
Amarillo.
Good at Spanish. I almost failed my. I would have failed my high school Spanish class if I wasn't allowed. If my friend didn't let me cheat on literally all of the homework and tests by sitting next to them.
That's nice of him. Also, kind of.
Amarillo.
I'm sorry.
Amarillo.
Amarillo.
Have you ever considered teaching Spanish?
Kevin, do you know any Spanish? That was on purpose that time.
I took it in high school, so no. I don't.
Exactly.
I took German. I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, but that was
Don't
your
you just
fault.
grunt in German? You're like,
German.
Funk! Thank God, dog!
Again, insulting an entire nation with Storm, the podcast.
Viewers.
I was just saying,
Okay,
how
we've
do
got
you say
France
it?
and we've got Germany.
Yeah, what did it say about France? Well, let's not recap.
Yeah,
that was the
But I was
Dennis
talking about
Villeneuve.
no. That wasn't a criticism. I was honestly curious. Isn't it from Germanic tribes where they would just like communicate in like rough language?
Don't they still do that?
See, that was making fun of them.
What? While we're there, we might not ever get to make fun of Germany again.
Is there a problem there? Germany is a cool
It
country.
is. Germany's actually like
For the
really,
past like 40 years.
Yeah, there was that little bit.
Hey, they feel real bad about
There
that.
was that little bit where they were not cool, but now they're cool.
Yeah, they said that after World War One.
I'm just gonna cut to
Actually,
a break
they
now.
never said that after World
Yeah, let's
War
just.
One.
No,
We'll be right back
All
after
we'll be
this
right back.
commercial break.
And we're back.
Not for long,
What?
because we're canceled.
Oh, hey, Storm, don't you have to leave in like 3 minutes?
It's 4:54.
Storm has a date.
This clock is still behind an hour.
You didn't change your clock forward?
No, it's the studio's clock.
Wait, really? Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
is wrong. I was wondering why it said that, and I was like, "What's
Did you
that
not
counting?"
make that connection?
No, I was like, I guess it's counting something. I guess it's
Oh my God.
beating to its own drum, you know, over there, that clock.
Did you really not make that connection, or are you joking?
You don't want that answer.
Oh man.
So what happened with your car, Storm?
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened when you tried to leave my apartment?
Uh.
I walked him back to his car because I'm, a kind date.
Gentleman.
Yeah. And his four-ways were on for about 4 hours. So what happened when you tried to turn your car on?
I think we all know what the answer to that is.
The battery died.
I know, I just wanted you to say that
Okay,
your battery
fine.
died.
It didn't turn on.
Hey, Storm, remember when I did the exact same thing and then we were stranded here on campus?
Yes, because you didn't call security.
Because I didn't know they would have jumper cables. Who's supposed to know that? There's,
I mean, security probably knew, to be fair.
yeah, but like, I thought they'd just serve and protect. I didn't think they'd help me with my car troubles.
That counts as serving.
it and protect.
Oh, I do get how that's
Yep.
related now. Now that
So-
you say that out loud.
I brought my car around so he could jump his car, and it took about twice as long as it should have because he kept making sparks with the jumper cables because he's a child. So when we're done and his car's on, he takes them off my engine and then promptly throws them into a pile of dry leaves.
Dude, what?
So how many houses were burned down?
None,
Yeah, I knew
thankfully.
they were separated, so I just tossed them down.
Yeah, because they won't accidentally touch.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, so you're displaced now because your apartment complex burned down.
Yeah, they're holding me accountable
He
too.
has a wonderful apartment.
Yeah, he does. We were looking at it online, remember?
It's absolutely
That's
awesome.
weird.
Yeah, we were looking in his windows.
We did
remember
take
that
a
one
3D
time?
tour.
Yeah, and Coffee Guy didn't understand how to navigate his own
No, he did not.
on the 3D tour.
It's because depending on what side of the building you're on, the apartment's mirrored. Don't shake your head at me like you've ever done this before.
So they have like a working cave thing, and
It's the second bedroom. We
A
turned it into an
working
office.
really, really
cave.
nice. And Sam's side is awesome, and Coffee Guy's is mediocre.
Messy.
Yeah, like Sam is very organized. I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like lists and like to-do lists.
Yeah, but I started that to-do
Oh,
list.
you
She
did?
just wrote the schedule. Yeah.
Oh,
She just did all the work.
yeah. Okay.
I wrote to do. She did the rest. Take credit for it.
Yeah, but they have this like
dining room table. That's pretty cool. They have a couch. They have a smart TV.
You're just naming
It's
things
like
that
we have our own place. It's
But
crazy.
you have to
What's their
understand,
square footage, Storm?
You have to understand
800 something,
that
860. or something.
people are so bad at living life that when someone has their stuff together, I'm like, yeah, okay.
Storm's saying he's really bad at living life, and he's impressed that you're able to
I mean,
properly.
yeah. That was maybe like 50% of that.
And if
appreciate
you
the
also have a
compliment, I guess.
couch and like a TV and chairs or whatever he was saying.
I do, but it's not my
you.
house.
I asked Nick.
He asked Kevin.
Yeah, I have those things. Not on my own, but
Wow.
Do you live with your parents?
yeah, I'm 19.
Right. See? I live with my parents too.
Yeah, and you're sad.
What point are you making here?
I don't know.
If you live with your parents,
Just
you don't
getting
get a
angry.
couch, you don't get a TV.
When did you move out?
Last November, 2 days after Thanksgiving.
So Thanksgiving did not go well.
Are you coming up on a year then?
Coming up on a year, yeah.
Oh man.
Was
Yep.
it 21 when you moved out? 22?
I was 22.
Is there like a dramatic story of why that happened?
Of why I wanted to move out?
Well, why you just moved out? Were your parents like, mm-mm,
No.
Gotta go.
I just wanted my independence, and I wanted to live with Mrs. Coffee Guy because I love her.
And you guys
And,
are married. You guys were planning on
yeah.
getting married. So
Yep.
when are you going to get married?
They already
when,
are.
When are you going to marry us for real?
I mean, I can get Storm to do it.
No,
That's
no.
you.
If there's
No,
any
but my
storm,
dad's a
if there's any
ordained
storm that's
minister.
going to do it, it'll be you.
Yeah, just
My dad can legally marry you, and his name's Storm.
No, we just wanted to move out, and we looked around for a while, and eventually found a place we liked.
I actually might move out maybe.
Yeah.
Because I'm at my one friend's house all the time, and he has a spare bedroom, and he was like, "You just move in." And I'm considering it because I'm never home. I'm always like there, and now my computer's there, so I'm like,
I think you already did move out then, right?
was that the deciding?
The computer's the
I
deciding
think wherever the
factor.
computer is where you live.
That's sort of what I was thinking.
Yeah,
That's my motto.
yeah. So I guess I moved
Because
out.
we're nerds, right? Work on the computers, play on the computers. Work hard, play
All right,
hard.
it's trivia time.
Oh, is it? Okay.
You know what
Alright.
they
Wait,
say?
this isn't fair because I can see all
No, you
the.
can't.
The glow
Not
of the
anymore.
computer
Not
screen
anymore.
means growth of the money tree.
Okay, so I'm gonna say the album name. You have to tell me the band. This goes for everybody.
So is this quick fire?
Sure, that sounds
whatever.
sweet. Let's do quick fire. This is the quick. Is that a chef thing? Is that from some
I
cooking
don't
show?
know. But you're saying anybody
it's
can
like
Yeah,
answer.
this is the
Cooking
quick
shows.
fire challenge.
You're saying anybody can answer?
You want to keep Storm? What? You want to keep score?
Do I want to keep Storm?
You want to keep Storm?
I don't actually really want to.
Ah!
Oh.
You don't want to
okay.
keep Storm? That's messed up.
Writing this
That's
on a
good.
napkin.
Okay.
That's a tissue.
And I'm gonna write my
Everybody
phone
get ready.
number on it.
Yeah, can I please have it?
Okay. So
Looking for a hot date.
moving on to trivia.
You already
That a
have,
yes
you
or
already
no?
have one.
First one. Ready?
Go on.
Brothers.
Wait.
can-
What is the context of these
No,
questions?
This isn't the album. The album Brothers is by what band?
Oh, okay. No.
No. I brought him up a lot.
Black Keys?
Yeah.
Does that actually count? All right.
Yeah.
I don't care. You're keeping score.
Well, this pen doesn't work. Okay.
It's a pencil.
No.
You don't have it out.
Is it?
It's a mechanical pencil.
Ew.
Oh my god.
You set me up for failure.
Here, I want this back.
Thanks.
All right. Ready?
Pen guy.
This album I've never heard of. Is my friend. It's OU812. No.
No.
Is that
We need some Jeopardy music in the background.
Yeah, that'd be good. Instead, it's just silence, which is awkward.
I don't know.
It's by Van Halen.
Ooh. That's
Yeah,
point,
I
point
wouldn't
for
have known
Pat.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Everybody.
No logic.
Oh, Storm got it. Stony.
Post Malone.
Get it
Storm
to me.
got it again.
Get it to me.
Dang.
That's
Standing up in the
Okay,
studio.
Don't hit your head, Storm. Blurry face.
Boy, 21 Pilots.
Dang, Storm's wrecking.
He's really getting me. It's because I have to
That's good.
write and I can't think.
That's not it, no. That was
I'm
cheating.
poised.
Coloring book.
Chance the Rapper.
Yep.
Wow.
Was it? Oh, I should know that.
Elephant.
How you doing?
Caged Elephant?
Nope. What's the opposite of the Black Keys?
White Stripes.
Oh, that was pretty good.
I was almost there. You were a step ahead of me.
This one, everybody get ready. I really hope you'll get this one. Never mind.
Nirvana.
Nirvana.
Wow, that was way slower than I expected.
You gave the point to me, right?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
We need buzzers.
Wait, was it yours?
No, that was him.
Oh,
The color and the shape.
Foo Fighters.
Yep.
No.
Ew.
You said ew? What's your opinion on the Foo Fighters?
I respect Dave Grohl.
That's it.
No, I like the Foo Fighters.
Oh, okay.
Dave Grohl's a good. No, that's a good answer. Dave Grohl's a great musician.
I didn't like their one recent album.
No, it wasn't
Concrete
good.
and Gold. Yeah, it wasn't the
It
best.
wasn't good.
That,
I mean,
that one was decent, but the one before that.
Sonic Highways?
Sonic Highways.
Oh, okay.
That was.
There was some off of it, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel it's also they just have like such a huge discography that like
Wasting Light was like my last one that I really enjoyed from them. It hasn't been great since.
really.
Yeah.
You don't like Run or
Yeah,
Skies
no,
in
like
Neighborhood?
yeah, like the
yeah, those are good ones.
yeah, but it's just so far. Like between the last two albums, there's some few songs.
That's true. But their good
Yeah.
songs are so good. It's kind of hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
To, I don't know. Anyway,
they're
AM.
so good. AM.
AM.
That's Arctic Monkeys.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which, if you haven't listened to them, go listen to them. And Last of the Shadow Puppets, which is the
The Last Shadow Puppets.
Last Shadow Puppets, which is I guess the lead singer's like
Yep, Alex Turner and
Why do they try
Miles
and make the name so like
something.
sad? The
because
Last
it's
Shadow.
sad.
Yeah, dude.
It's angsty.
Honestly, whenever I listen to that, like whenever I'm sad, I
Have
listen
you
to
ever
that
liked
music.
puppets?
and then you
It's
get
good.
more sad.
Yeah, then I get more
All
sad.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Well,
what
no
about-
more for you.
It's like a sad
Hey, they're
amplifier.
shadow puppets.
Well, does that mean your hands are chopped off or something?
Maybe
All right.
there's no more light. I don't know. Whatever.
Wasting Light.
I have no idea if this is actually the album name, but American Idiot.
Green Day?
Is that the album name? I have no
said
idea. I
Green
really
Day.
should have
I
looked that
said
up.
Green
Okay.
Day way faster.
Yeah, Chandler definitely got that.
What's the score? Is it 4-4?
I have no idea. It's over though. That was it.
Yeah, I won by 1 point. I beat you in the
Alright.
last round.
Do you have a prize?
You have a
Get this
prize.
cap.
I get a bottle cap.
I think it's a Mountain Dew voltage
No,
cap.
you know what it is? It's the cap to my own water that I bought.
Nice.
Yeah.
Full circle.
There it is. I earned it.
Pandora's box.
That
Really?
is not even. That is not even in context.
I have to go.
What do you have to say for yourself,
let's-
Storm?
What do we all have to say for ourselves? 'Cause we kind of have to wrap up here.
Yeah, well, you're right. Well, that's time.
So, everybody wanna where can we find you guys?
Find us.
Yeah.
Well, I would really
Any of
like.
you.
I would really like everyone to go to the Poorly Edited podcast on pretty much any platform you can possibly think
Mostly
of.
Especially YouTube.
Mostly YouTube and Facebook. But me personally, you can find me Sly Elliott on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter and Twitch and yeah, and SoundCloud. But don't go there. And yeah, that's pretty much all for me.
What about you, Coffee Guy?
I think people should come down to the station if they've never been to the radio station before. Hang out, meet some people,
Oh, that's so sweet.
talk to Chris Andrew.
Yeah.
He can teach you things for free because that's just what he does, I guess.
They're always looking for people to come down here and hang out and just like people that want to learn. Even if you have no idea how anything works down here, you know, just come on down and people will just chill and show you stuff, cool stuff.
It's a good opportunity to meet people. It's the reason why I'm here. It was just right place, right time.
Yeah, actually,
So-
that's the reason you're on the show now.
Chris taught me how to run this show.
He did.
which is Why it's so bad? Because
Right.
I'm doing not because Chris is bad. Because I'm bad. Chris is
But
great.
and, you know that's
That
the
was
beauty of
disgusting.
it.
All right, Storm. Where can we find you?
Storm the Intern on YouTube. I think
Put out a new video, right? Didn't you? No.
Oh, it's,
He did.
Yeah, it's bad.
Okay.
Starring Dan Chua.
Oh, it's probably the
No,
worst
you had
thing.
two new videos, didn't
he
you?
did a high kick or something, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I put the wrong video on YouTube, and so I just kept it on there and put the right one
And then
on.
you titled it Vlog 18 instead of 8.
Did I?
Did you not notice that?
Oh.
Hey, congrats on hitting double digits on your vlogs, though.
Yeah. Something
I
else,
think I'm
though.
gonna
somehow.
put my beat on there,
Don't.
That's a good idea. You should.
No, do that.
but it's gonna be me dancing awkwardly.
No, that's
Oh, it should be
perfect.
all of us
Yes.
dancing awkwardly.
Nick, only Nick.
What? We can't.
Who's Nick?
But he was nice enough to come here. We can't put him like that.
Speaking of Kevin, how about you tell everybody where they can find your music and where they can find upcoming shows, stuff like that.
Yeah, our website is at anotherdayDawns.com, and we're on pretty much every platform: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
Spotify, iTunes.
Yeah, Spotify, iTunes. We don't have much on those, but more is coming. YouTube, we have a music video coming soon, so yeah, check us out.
All right.
That's great. Yeah, go check out ADD for sure. And
Do people call you ADD? Are you like big enough for that, or?
Actually, the history behind that, we when we were like a little kid band, we were called ADD just because like everything was like a mess. Like our band practices like were horrible and stuff.
Okay.
But then
Are you getting deja vu?
kind of
From
that?
this,
Okay.
yeah, because
we used so we almost got sued for that because there was another band ADD that
really?
Came
so-
after a bunch of 12-year-olds.
yeah, exactly. So we quickly made it stand for something. It just stuck. I mean, I didn't love it at first, but it just stuck. So
it's a cool band. It's a
Wait, so you're trying to get away from the ADD thing?
somewhat, yeah, because like people just put ADD with us as like when we used to be like a full cover band. So we kind of just like see Another Day Dawns as our original, but
Oh,
that makes
still
sense.
call us by
Okay.
ADD.
You look so serious in this picture.
I know.
Like,
All right. Any closing remarks from everyone?
I play.
Thanks for toughing it out. I know it wasn't easy for me, so I can't imagine what it was like for you.
yeah. For all the listeners and viewers, thanks for toughing it out. And sorry there's no video today, but everyone who is anybody who can use a camera was sick.
It's
or
flu
not
season,
available.
so
It is flu season. I just got over. This is the first day that I'm healthy
in weeks,
in
like 2 weeks.
In like 2
Years,
weeks.
maybe.
In years. yeah.
Oh, you're gonna appear with Godsmack?
Oh, we already did.
What?
If that is not updated, that's
November 3rd.
It's amazing.
Oh.
July 6th.
yeah. I might need to update something. So, but yeah, that was my favorite show. We opened for Godsmack at Music Fest, so that was fun.
Can we come to one of your concerts and video it?
Dude, that'd be so fun.
Okay, but we're gonna be doing stupid stuff in the videos while you're
That is.
playing.
Do you
that
want
is
your
A-okay.
reputation tarnished?
Yeah, because
Can we get backstage
That is
passes?
exclusively what we do here.
because I'll be backstage dancing really uncomfortably for everybody. So you,
You
might
can
not.
throw him out.
Yeah.
No, no,
You don't
that's
have to
fine.
keep
That's
him.
good content, actually. Can you throw them out?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can we set that up?
All right, so we're actually we're gonna
Maybe I'll
stop
just throw
now.
a drumstick at them while I'm playing.
No,
Thanks
that's a
for
reward
listening,
for-
everybody.
Yeah, thanks for listening. We're gonna actually.
Thank you so
stop
much
now.
for listening to the podcast. Bye.
Don't underestimate the things I could do. Don't underestimate the shit I've been through. All this pain and suffering will end with some fun. All this pain and suffering will swim down. I got the pain and the power. I got the love that you're after. Love she's after. Can't get much higher. And I know I got the love she's after.